watching Brass Tacks with me, Akanksha Swaroop, and we are coming live to you from CNN News 18 and Federal Bank Prime Time Studio. It's been over 72 hours after she was assaulted. Former DCW chairperson and Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal has finally filed her complaint with the Delhi police today. This after the Delhi police team spent over 4 hours at Maliwal's residence. It was on Tuesday that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal's close aide and Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh had promised action against Kejriwal's PA Bibhav Kumar. A promise that was made on behalf of the Chief Minister. Sanjay Singh had back then admitted that Aam Aadmi Party MP Swati Maliwal had been assaulted at the CM's residence on Monday. And barely 24 hours after Singh's assurance that action will be taken against Kumar, the Delhi Chief Minister along with Sanjay Singh were both spotted with Bibhav Kumar in Lucknow. Moreover, the Aam Aadmi Party shielded Bibhav Kumar as he plonked himself inside a car even when we confronted him in Lucknow. Even more shocking have been the reactions of the India Alliance partners, Congress and the Samajwadi Party. While Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has called it the party's internal matter, Akhilesh Yadav has ducked the press by claiming that usse zyada zaruri aur cheezein bhi hain, meaning there are bigger issues than Maliwal's assault. For a Congress that talks about ladki hoon, lad sakti hoon, or a Samajwadi Party that in its manifesto tom-toms about its focus on Mahila Sashaktikaran, interestingly, it is this very opposition that calls Prime Minister Narendra Modi a pathological liar. Now that Aam Aadmi Party's allies are also sidestepping the MP's assault, this brings us to the big question: why is there no action taken against Bibhav Kumar so far, and is India Bloc's Nari Shakti plank ringing hollow? In fact, we have some big breaking news now coming in on the same story. Swati Maliwal's first reaction. Swati Maliwal has now finally tweeted on this entire matter, breaking her silence. She says, and let me quote, "What happened to me was very bad. I have given my statement to the police on this entire incident that happened to me. I hope that appropriate action will be taken. The last few days have been very difficult for me. I thank those who prayed for me. Those who tried to do character assassination said that she was doing it on the instructions of the other party. May God keep them happy too. An important election is going on in the country. Swati Maliwal is not important. The issues of the country are important. There is a special request to BJP people to not do politics on this entire incident." This is what Swati Maliwal has had to say as she took to platform X to finally break that radio silence that was being maintained by Swati Maliwal so far. Let's quickly go across to Anshul Singh, who's joining me live on the newscast. He's been tracking all the latest developments for us. Anshul, first of all, share with us the details of that police complaint filed by Swati Maliwal today.
So yes, finally after more than 72 hours, in fact, since the incident has happened, Swati Maliwal has given the complaint to the Delhi police. She has recorded her statement in detail about the turn of events that transpired on the morning of 13th of May when Swati Maliwal went to the residence of the Delhi Chief Minister. Now, this entire complaint that has been given by Swati Maliwal runs into more than 2.5 pages, is what sources have confirmed to CNN News 18. Also, Swati Maliwal has named Bibhav as an accused who assaulted her inside the CM residence as well. Not only this, but Swati Maliwal in her complaint has given the exact details on what issues did the entire incident happen. Interestingly, the police is in fact registering the FIR as we speak. In the next few minutes, the FIR will be registered officially by the Delhi police, which means that Bibhav will have to be arrested at the earliest. One of the most important things that high-level sources of the Delhi police have confirmed to us is that Section 354 of the IPC will be invoked. Section 354 of the IPC means outraging the modesty of a woman, and this is a heinous crime, and this actually warrants an immediate arrest. At this point in time, as we speak, Bibhav Kumar is with the Chief Minister. In Punjab. Other than that, Bibhav Kumar is scheduled to go towards Maharashtra tomorrow as well. It remains to be seen how quickly can the Delhi police now make sure that this entire complaint that has been given, it is converted into an FIR, post which we can expect that finally Bibhav Kumar will be taken into custody. The FIR is going to be very, very interesting because it remains to be seen if at all Swati Maliwal has named someone else in that FIR as well. So in the next few hours, we will get the details of what sections have been imposed, who are the people who have been named in this FIR. But yes, the process has started, and probably the countdown for Vibhav Kumar has also started.
All right, and interestingly important to also highlight, if there are other sections that can be imposed, what are those sections if there is a probability of that happening, Anshul?
So yes, there are several other serious sections that can be imposed. It depends on the complaint that has been given by Swati Maliwal. If she actually goes ahead and says in that complaint that during the brawl that broke out between her and Vibhav touched her inappropriately, then other serious sections could also be imposed. Section 376 of the IPC could also be imposed. The entirety of this section, the entirety of this entire FIR now depends upon the complaint that has been given by Swati Maliwal, the 2.5-page complaint that she has given, detailing the minute by minute things that happen, the sequence of events that transpired inside the residence of the chief minister. So it remains to be seen what all things has Swati Maliwal told the police. But sources have confirmed to us that section 354 of the IPC will be invoked, and that means that Vibhav Kumar will have to be arrested at the first go.
All right, many thanks to you, Anshul, for bringing in all those inputs. In fact, we are getting in some more breaking inputs at the moment. All right, let's quickly bring you those breaking inputs. We are learning that the Delhi police sources are telling us that an FIR will be registered very soon, as was also being highlighted by Anshul at the moment. Swati Maliwal has also elaborated the sequence of all those events in her complaint that's being filed with the Delhi police today. Swati Maliwal has named Vibhav Kumar as the main accused in this entire matter. The Delhi police is likely to impose section 354 IPC, that is outraging the modesty of a woman. But the big breaking input that we are bringing to you right now is that now expect any time from now for the Delhi police to file an FIR finally, which will be registered very soon, now that a complaint has been lodged officially with the Delhi police by Swati Maliwal. She has, of course, also shared the entire sequence of events that led to those PCR calls being made by Swati Maliwal on Monday morning. Remember, she had also marched all the way to the Civil Lines Police Thana back then and had in fact informed the cops that she will file a formal complaint much later, which has of course now happened after more than 72 hours. Let's quickly go back to Anshul, who continues to stay with us. Anshul, in how much time should we now expect the FIR to be formally lodged?
Well, it's just a matter of minutes before the FIR will be lodged. The police has started the procedure. Once the complaint is given to the police, then the details of that complaint are fed in the system so that the FIR can be made, and that is the procedure that is happening right now. So anytime within the next half an hour to an hour, we can expect that FIR will be registered officially against Vibhav Kumar, who will be one of the accused in this entire matter. There could be other people who could be named by Swati Maliwal. That is something that remains to be seen. But once the FIR is registered, the Delhi police team will then go to the CM residence, where they will collect the CCTV footages from inside the CM residences. Also, interestingly, it is likely that Swati Maliwal has also mentioned a few people who were present at that point when this entire brawl had broken out. So the Delhi police will go ahead and take the statements of all these people. And once the FIR is registered, then the statement of Swati Maliwal will then be recorded in front of a magistrate. That is 164 CRPC statement will be recorded, and then that statement will be official. At this point, the statement that has been given to the Delhi police, that is not admissible in front of the court. Once the 164 CRPC statement happens, then that statement will be the basis of this entire investigation that will be carried out by the Delhi police. So there are several parts of the investigation that needs to be verified from the side of
Anshul, a host of questions come to mind, considering the Chief Minister himself is already out on interim bail. I know this is in the realm of speculation at the moment, but if Arvind Kejriwal is mentioned in this FIR, what will this mean for the person who's already out on interim bail?
Well, this will be a massive setback for the Delhi Chief Minister if at all he is named in some capacity in that FIR or probably in that complaint. Because remember, Swati Maliwal had said that Vibhav Kumar is beating her up on the behest of the Chief Minister, and if that is maintained in the complaint as well, then the name of Arvind Kejriwal would be mentioned as an accused under Section 120B. That means that they were both Vibhav and the Delhi Chief Minister were involved in assaulting Swati Maliwal. And if that happens, then the Delhi Chief Minister will have to be arrested immediately by the Delhi police. So definitely, if at all Swati Maliwal has somewhere or the other named the Delhi Chief Minister, then the troubles for Delhi Chief Minister is going to increase a lot.
All right, Anshul, before I let you go, now the other obvious question that comes to mind is, considering the Delhi police will be free to arrest him after an FIR is formally lodged, where is Vibhav Kumar? What are you learning in terms of his whereabouts?
So what we have been told as the program of the CM is underway at this point. After Lucknow, the Chief Minister along with Vibhav Kumar went to Punjab, and then from Punjab they are supposed to go to Maharashtra tomorrow, where they are supposed to carry out rallies. Now this is going to be a big challenge for the Delhi police because a team of Delhi police will have to go to Maharashtra personally, then arrest him, and once after arresting him, he will have to be presented in front of the local magistrate, and from there a transit remand should be taken by the Delhi police, and then he will be brought over here, where he will be presented in front of the lower courts, where the police will then ask for an extended police custody of the accused, that is Vibhav Kumar, in this entire matter. So this is going to be a long process for the Delhi police to follow before taking custody of Vibhav Kumar.
All right, many thanks to you, Anshul. We'll keep coming back to you as and when more developments pour in. And with that, let me now open the debate to all our viewers and our esteemed panelists. Remember, we are going to discuss why there has been no action taken so far by the Delhi government itself as far as Vibhav Kumar is concerned. And what does it speak of the Nari Shakti plank of the India Alliance? Is it not ringing hollow? Let me introduce our esteemed panelists today. I'm joined in by Charu Pragya, who's the spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Huda Zariwala, who's a political analyst, of course, also an Aam Aadmi Party supporter. Lokesh Jindal, who's a political analyst. Lalita Kumaramangalam, who is a former chairperson of the NCW. Mr. Ashwani Dubey, who is a senior advocate as well. Many thanks to you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining in. Lalita ji, if I could have you set up the tone of this entire debate. First of all, do share your thoughts as far as Swati Maliwal's entire tweet is concerned. Do you think she's under any kind of duress where she's in fact talking about how this is an election time and that there are more important things to be dealt with in the country other than just a Swati Maliwal? What does it speak when a former chairperson of the DCW makes a comment like that, that there are other more important issues than a Swati Maliwal?
Look, Swati Maliwal is obviously under duress. Whether that is political or merely emotional and psychological is difficult to judge. But one thing is very clear, that what happened to her should not happen to any woman. Let's not forget that like her, not like her, agree with her politics, don't agree, that's a totally different topic altogether. She's not an ordinary woman, and I put that in inverted commas. She's an MP, a Rajya Sabha MP. Very, very few women make it to parliament in this country. When a woman has made it to the Rajya Sabha on her own steam, again, let me say, like her, not like her is not the point. The point is, this is not some ordinary woman, run-of-the-mill person who has no power at all. Swati Maliwal is not somebody who keeps quiet either. For somebody like her to be treated, to be literally bashed up like this, there are words fail me. It's just a drama. That means that all those who talk big about women's empowerment, women's inclusion, and all the rest of that blah blah is just nonsense.
Absolutely,
If
and
she
that
comes
seems to
out
have
now
become...
and tries to cover up for whatever her party has done, then obviously she's under political pressure too. All said and done, this is just a very pathetic, sad, and very frightening reflection of the patriarchy that exists in politics in India today, and the hypocrisy of the so-called left liberals who talk big about how bad everybody else is when it comes to the way we treat women, etc., etc., etc. There's not been a whimper from any senior activist, leader, etc., etc., about this incident. Forget the politics of it. This incident should not have taken place. Full stop. Regardless, again, full stop.
Huda Zariwala, you heard what Lalita ji had to say. I'd like you to comment on that. Does it not speak of the hypocrisy of Aam Aadmi Party, considering whatever has happened as far as the complaint and the FIR procedures are now only happening after the Delhi police arrived at Swati Maliwal's residence. For 4 hours they were there. No action still being taken by the Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, what incident took place for Swati Maliwal is obviously very unfortunate. The Aam Aadmi Party is absolutely condemning it with very strong words. There was an entire press conference done by Sanjay Singh ji. We have taken due cognizance of the matter. The party is taking the matter very seriously. Swati Maliwal ji went ahead and filed her statement today with the
Huda
police.
Zariwala, you ought to be lying through your teeth when you say that there were assurances made and they are taking actions. What is the action? Honoring the person by including him in the chief minister's entourage?
Well, this is a party that goes ahead and does a press conference. What about the BJP? When Brij Bhushan was
And
all
what
out
happened
there
in the
his
press
glory.
conference? No,
What
Huda, what
about
happened
Manipur
in the press
violence?
conference?
Where women,
As
were
somebody who's
blatantly
speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi Party, tell me what happened at the press
treated.
conference. What were the assurances
what
given
about
by Sanjay
Ravana?
Singh?
Why did
Huda,
the BJP
please answer my
why did the
question.
BJP
What did
supporters
Sanjay
leave
Singh do
India?
that time?
Why was his passport
Why
not
has
seized?
he not
This
kept
is a
up his
party that
promise?
stands
His
for
promise
women.
was made on behalf of the chief
Allow me to
minister.
speak, ma'am. Allow me to
Again,
speak.
you
Allow me
are
to
not
speak.
answering
This
my
is the
question.
party that
Why hasn't the
absolutely
promise
backs
been kept?
Women in their right, supportive of women. This is a party that has given free bus ride to women. This is a party that will not tolerate any sort of misbehavior against a woman, let alone a sitting
They
Rajya Sabha
give
member.
bus rides to women and they assault their Rajya Sabha MPs. Wow, that is really honoring the women. This deserves slow claps. Charu Pragya, I don't think, before I am accused of being a Bharatiya Janata Party stooge, please come in on whatever is being said.
What happened?
Can I speak now, please?
Please,
Huda?
Charu Pragya, please
Enough.
go ahead.
So I'm going to go back and remind Huda of a little bit of the history. But before that, let me remind her the press conference happened 31 hours later and a statement to the police was recorded 72 hours later. In this entire period, absolutely zero action was taken by Aam Aadmi Party. In fact, the accused was traveling with Arvind Kejriwal ji and Sanjay Singh ji all the way to Lucknow on a trip with the VVIPs of the Aam Aadmi Party, attending a press conference, so on and so forth. In fact, Kejriwal ji refused to, I cannot debate like this, Akansha.
Huda, I'm afraid I'll have to mute you, Huda Zariwala, if you speak over the other panelists. Please allow Charu to speak.
I'll tell you what is bothersome here. Bothersome is the fact that Swati Maliwal is not just a normal person. She's a sitting member of parliament. What is even more bothersome is that this incident did not happen inside the drawing room of a normal person. This incident happens inside the Sheesh Mahal, the drawing room of the Chief Minister of Delhi. The very same Chief Minister who's out on bail to campaign. Instead, what kind of campaign is he doing? There are incidents of a member of parliament calling the PCR van, and let me quote verbatim what Swati told the PCR and the police noted it down. मुझे बुरी तरह पिटवाया है. मुझे बुरी तरह पिटवाया है. This has been acknowledged by Sanjay Singh himself too. And then in fact, if after all of this, even though Sanjay Singh acknowledges the fact that Vaibhav Kumar is the person who's the accused, acknowledging it in a press conference, he takes him along to Lucknow on a delegation with the chief minister. Please tell me what is going on. And this is the very same person who was sacked from his job a year ago. If people have
Ashwini
forgotten,
Dubey,
let me remind them he was sacked from a year ago. He still hangs around unofficially. The chief minister takes control of every single thing.
I wonder what Huda would like to say to that. And in fact, I will come to Huda because I'm sure she's trying to come up with a rebuttal. But Ashwini Dubey, what are the legal options now awaiting the Delhi police as far as the formal procedure of FIR is concerned? We know that this is going to kickstart any time from now. But there are challenges, as was being highlighted by our correspondent. Remember, Arvind Kejriwal, along with Vaibhav, will be heading to Punjab and Maharashtra now. I believe they're already in Punjab. How complicated does that make the entire scenario?
See, one thing that a lawmaker who is the member of the upper house of this country has been molested, that too in the house of a chief minister who is the Delhi Chief Minister and also the constitutional authority. In a 21st century where people are given various rights and freedoms, for rights, so that they should not be subjected to any kind of outraging about their modesty. There should not be anything against their own sanctity and the dignity. Here in the house of the Chief Minister, something happens and police take 3 days to register the FIR. Police too have a right to take a suo motu action, that too in the cases of these kind of, when they come to know that something has happened. See, the law section 354 IPC makes it a special crime to use force against a woman or even threaten to use force if the intention is to outrage her modesty. It treats it more seriously than normal and criminal force by allowing the police to make arrests and such crimes without a warrant. And that too, that person is roaming free with the Chief Minister of the state. That shows that those people don't have any fear of law. Those people don't have any fear of law and order, and they knowingly, intentionally have committed this offense. You remember, Akanksha, when in 2013 Nirbhaya case was going on, a lot of protests was taking place. Some of those people were there who were behind enacting this law amendment in the criminal procedure.
Right.
Justice Verma committee was founded. And now those people are misusing and abusing their authority and molesting a lady.
And not just molestation, Lokesh Jindal. How do you assess when a Swati Maliwal finally breaks her silence?
Akansha,
Under
can I get a 10-minute interjection, 10-second interjection, please.
All right, go ahead.
It's very important to note here that when the first call was made to the PCR, the CM himself was named. Swati said Arvind Kejriwal, the name was taken. By the time the second call was made, a little bit of the story was changed. That being said, the CM's bungalow has CCTV, right? Why aren't those footages being made public? So the point number 1 is वैभव को नौकरी से अब तक निकाला क्यों नहीं है? CM के साथ-साथ फ्लाइट्स में घूम रहा है, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंसेस अटेंड कर रहा है. And secondly, where is the CCTV coverage? The Chief Minister, who could send us messages from inside jail, has found nothing to say today.
Huda Zariwala, it is as simple as that. Why couldn't action be taken against Bibhav so far? He's still roaming scot-free when the vigilance department's already sacked him. He's already been sacked. A figure like that is being honored as part of the Chief Minister's entourage. No, Huda, I'd like a response. It's a very simple question.
Rightful action will be taken. It is
Will
the
be
job
taken?
of the police to take action.
Will be taken. The fact that you are saying this beyond 72
in no way
hours.
whatsoever supporting Bibhav Kumar. Number 1. Number 2, where was this police? Where were these BJP people when Swati Maliwal ji was sitting on a protest, for the
this seems to have become
gold medalist for the lead, against Brij Bhushan, when Swati Maliwal ji was sitting in favor of the protest that was being done.
It's
by
shameful,
the Olympic
it's shameful,
medalist,
Huda Zariwala, that you have to
Swati
in fact
Maliwal ji was
digress
dragged.
and
She
resort to
was
diversionary
assaulted.
tactics
She was
when it comes to
misbehaved by
addressing
the Delhi
the
police. Why
vices
did the
within
BJP
the Aam
not-
Aadmi Party, a party that you
voice their opinion
so
then?
blatantly even afford to even support today. Lokesh Jindal,
Yes.
first of all, if I could bring you in, the fact of the matter is that Swati Maliwal over 72 hours after 72 hours has in fact finally broken her radio silence. She not only discusses or acknowledges that she was assaulted, she also talks about character assassination, hinting that it's coming in from her own party. What does it speak of the Aam Aadmi Party, which has not only assaulted her at the behest of the Chief Minister, B, has also character assassinated her?
Well, Akanksha,
Shame the victim. That is exactly what the Aam Aadmi Party is doing.
Akanksha, there are two important, in fact, first of all, I would like to say that this incident must be thoroughly investigated and the criminal procedure code must be brought to action. However, there are two important aspects which must be considered. Number one is, why didn't Ms. Swati Maliwal formally register and complain when she went to the police station? This must be investigated. Secondly, if you're talking about Delhi police, it doesn't
Are you
come
doubting
under
Swati?
the Delhi
Because if you're
government. Madam,
doubting
please don't
Swati,
interject.
let me remind you-
Charu,
Please
Charu,
don't
I will
interject.
come to you. I will come to you. Let's listen into the kind of the quirkiest of explanations that are coming in. We'll have to in fact process all of that. Please go ahead, Lokesh. I will come to you,
Yes.
Charu.
Secondly, Delhi Police, it functions directly under the Ministry of Home Affairs. So why did the Delhi Police fail to act? Why didn't Delhi Police take a suo motu cognizance? Why didn't it register an FIR? Who is at fault over here? And why this delay in filing of FIR 72 hours? Or was she being pressurized, threatened, whatever? All this must be investigated into. It is not something, because over here we are not dealing with an ordinary citizen who doesn't know the nitty-gritties of law. She
All right,
has been
Ashwini Dubey, this question has been raised earlier also in reports where they've said that there could have been an FIR lodged basis Sanjay Singh's own acknowledgement the day it was made. Is that something that should have been done by the Delhi police and that they failed to do so?
That's one. On the prima facie, if we make out an opinion, then of course, yes. But time doesn't matter in the case related to the dignity and modesty of women. The police cannot refuse to register the FIR if the complaint received after a much delayed, point one. And two, if the incident of rape or molestation has taken place and the police receives a complaint either oral or in writing from a victim, at any point of time, even after months delay, police is duty bound to register the FIR. 3. Police suo motu can also take action pursuant to the 5 judges bench judgment of the Supreme Court. Moment Mr. Sanjay Singh, who is also one of the lawmaker of this country, during a press conference admitted that something wrong has done by the Vibhav Kumar, the PA of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, the Honorable Chief Minister of Delhi. At that point of time, police have taken action and immediately they should have registered the FIR. But here, 72 hours delay is nothing, because it relates to the modesty and dignity of a lawmaker.
Absolutely. The primary onus lies on the party itself, which has continued to shield the man, and visuals on CNN News 18 speak for themselves. Remember, our correspondent tried confronting him. He was plonked inside the car and was being shielded by Aam Aadmi Party workers in Lucknow. Charu, there was a point that you were trying to make, but in fact, while you make that point, do also now take this to a wider level where we've seen that kind of tacit, not even tacit, blatant support that is coming in from the overall alliance, whether it's a Congress party or the Samajwadi.
Yeah, Akanksha, there are 2 points I want to make. The first one is that why is anyone even questioning Swati Maliwal now?
As I said, shame the victim. That's the ideology.
Yeah, so another member of parliament has acknowledged in a press conference and said that she was assaulted. So when you already know she was assaulted, you already know who assaulted her, why is that man traveling with you from Delhi to Lucknow? I have not found anything that anyone from the opposition has said which is justifying this. I still don't know why a woman, for 1 minute I'm going to ignore Lokesh, but why a woman is actually okay with the fact that in spite of all of this happening, Arvind Kejriwal and Sanjay Singh is allowing this perpetrator of the crime to travel with them. That's the problem. The second thing is the India Alliance, which harps on and on about everything, has multiple women leaders, all the way from Priyanka Gandhi, who says ladki hu lad sakti hu, to Sonia ji, to Supriya Sule ji, to the women leaders of Aam Aadmi Party itself. Atishi, where are all these people? Why have no statements come out in favor of Swati Maliwal? Why? She says she was assaulted. You agree she was assaulted, and yet you travel with Vibhav Kumar and you take no action against him, and you are actually questioning Swati.
All right.
That is your ideology.
Charu, in fact, to add to the bitter irony of this entire situation, I have something for our viewers. In fact, back in the year 2022, it was the Delhi Chief Minister himself who called Swati Maliwal, addressed her as Lady Singham back in the year 2022. Let's also listen in to what he had to say when he heaped praises on Swati Maliwal. Little did anybody imagine that 2 years later, he'll be, in fact, witness and party to that assault, because let's not forget, Swati Maliwal's phone call said that, कि मुझे पिटवाया जा रहा है.
अगर महिला है और उसके साथ कुछ अन्याय हो गया तो फोन उठाओ, 181 करो और स्वाति मालीवाल पहुंच जाएगी. तो मैं समझता हूं कि दिल्ली की लेडी सिंघम है ये. तो एक बार लेडी सिंघम के लिए जोरदार तालियां बजा दीजिए. आपने देखा होगा, वीडियो देखे होंगे किस तरह से ये जहाँ पे नकली दारू बेची जाती है, वहाँ पे बड़े बड़े 30 मार्खा वहाँ पे जाने में कतराते हैं कि यार कभी कुछ हो ना जाए, ये पहुँच जाती है वहाँ। जहाँ पे बड़े बड़े क्रिमिनल मिलते हैं, महिलाओं के साथ गलत काम कर रहे होते हैं, मैंने देखा था वहाँ पे अंदर पता नहीं कितने कमरे थे, अंदर घुस के और सबको महिलाओं को बाहर निकाल के लाई थी, महिलाओं को रेस्क्यू किया। तो पर्सनली कौन करता है? तो एक तो जिगरा चाहिए और एक भावना चाहिए कि मुझे कुछ करना है, देश के लिए कुछ करना है, महिलाओं के लिए कुछ करना है। वो जब भावना होती है तभी ये हिम्मत निकलती है। हिम्मत यहाँ नहीं होती, हिम्मत यहाँ होती है।
All right, the bitter irony goes on to say Arvind Kejriwal 181 मिलाओ और स्वाति मालीवाल पहुंच जाएगी। Lalita Kumar Mangalam, if I could bring you in on that ironical comment, nothing could be more bitter in terms of irony today than that comment that has come in from Arvind Kejriwal, which we are referring to, that he made back in 2022. Unfortunately, nobody from Aam Aadmi Party came to jump to her rescue. What does it speak of the hypocrisy, not just within the Aam Aadmi Party? We've seen what has happened with the Delhi Chief Secretary in 2018. We've seen how cases are now tumbling out. The case of Somnath Bharti's own wife being beaten up and then he being honoured by the CM himself by giving a plum posting as far as Delhi Jal Board is concerned. And let's not forget the India Alliance itself. We've seen Priyanka Gandhi Vadra today say that it is an internal matter. Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav saying और भी ज़रूरी बातें हैं करने को.
Exactly. You see, this is the problem. This is the real tragedy, and this is what is really frightening. As I said, Swati Maliwal is not an ordinary person, not just within the India Alliance, but also outside. She is not somebody who can be taken for granted or has been taken for granted. This looks to me suspiciously like a well-planned incident. If the rumors that are going around about Abhishek Manu Singhvi, etc., being true, then it's even worse because you see that deliberately they are setting out to demonize a woman who has been absolutely loyal in her politics to her particular party, regardless of whatever else may be said, who has never stepped back from protecting her bosses, her colleagues, etc. And now they're demonizing her just because they probably feel that since she's a woman, she's, it's okay, she can be dismissed. And this is what is terribly scary. For all the talk, what do we say? That actions speak louder than words. And in this case, the actions have spoken so screechingly, weirdly, eerily, and frighteningly loudly that women who really want to get into politics, who have the capacity to make changes in this country, will think 100 times before they, even get into a field where they think that somebody who was so popular, so supported by the big boss of the party, by the CM, etc., today has just been left high and dry. I mean, kicked out into the gutter, so to
Absolutely.
speak. And this is what, to me, shows the utter hollowness and hypocrisy of not just Aam Aadmi Party or Kejriwal or Sanjay Singh and all that lot, but the whole India Alliance. And what about all those activists who are so silent? I can't see one of them on your show. All the ones who shout from the rooftops, as they should. Shouting from the rooftops for a women's cause, I don't find wrong. But why are they so silent today? What is this sort of qualified empowerment or qualified inclusion or whatever it is, whatever word one wants to use, whatever term one wants to use? What is this? It just shows that everything is just, nonsense. I can't use the word I want
wants to
It's
say
just
something.
nonsense.
I'm just curious, what would she like to say in the defense of Aam Aadmi Party at the moment when there's nothing to defend them? But please go ahead, Huda.
Yeah,
Honestly, I'd like to ask two questions out of Charu and out of the the other lady on the show.
Lalita
Where
Kumar
were you
Mangalam.
all, Lalita ji? Right. Where was Lalita ji? Where was Charu ji when Manipur mein women were being paraded naked?
spoke about
Where were these ladies when those Mahila Khiladiyan were literally being assaulted by the police?
No,
Where
Akanksha,
even Swati Mali, don't heckle me, don't speak over me, Charu. Don't speak
Charu,
over
let
me.
her finish.
Don't speak
Charu,
over
let
me.
her finish.
Do
I
not
will let you
heckle.
speak.
Do
Charu,
not
Charu,
heckle.
let her finish.
Kindly do
Let her
not
finish.
heckle.
Give her 15
Thank
seconds,
you.
Charu.
Non-nonsensical.
No, I
Thank
know.
you.
I'll give you time to speak up.
When Kumar Sengar from their own party was responsible for a massive rape, where were they? When the
All right,
Hathras rape was
Huda Zariwala, there seems to be a trickle-down effect of some
Where
classic
were they?
parroted
When
statements that
Prajwal
have been
Rawala
coming
was
in.
being
The moment
accused
Sanjay
of
Singh in
it.
Lucknow attacked the Bharatiya Janata Party for Manipur.
At least went ahead and did a press conference.
All
We
right,
are accepting
Charu,
what happened. We are not saying
as
Vibhav
I said,
Kumar
it's a
did
trickle-down
right.
effect.
We are not
They
standing
will
for
leave
him.
2 talking points and then they'll be parroted by the supporters and by their spokespersons who've now even refused to come on news channels to come and defend their own party. They don't have the face to do so, perhaps that's why. Charu Pragya.
You do not allow me to speak.
But okay, Huda,
made your
1 minute.
points.
You asked a question of me. Now everything I speak is in the public domain. I have done over a dozen debates on Manipur. Just go and do a simple Google search. Please don't raise this right now. We are not talking of a stray incident. We are talking of a member of parliament being assaulted in the drawing room of the chief minister, perhaps at the behest of the chief minister. Perhaps the story.
Do you condemn the chief minister of Manipur? Yes or no? Yes or
given to the
no?
police.
Or
Let's
when a
take this
house
very
or
seriously.
no rape case happens, do you condemn Aditya Nath ji? Do you condemn the chief
What
minister
is
of
wrong
UP,
with this
chief
woman?
minister of Manipur?
What is wrong with this woman? Huda, go
Huda,
back
you
to
asked her a
past
question.
statements.
It was
This
a
is not the
pointed
time to
question. You
discuss it.
asked her and
Just
she's
go back and
answering.
Google it. Anybody
Please.
who's interested, go do a simple Google search.
Huda,
All right, Huda?
please,
And it is
let her
downright
answer.
shameful, nonsensical that you want to drag
What
this
are you
in.
condemning?
Like I said,
It's
do a
just
Google
amounting
search.
to lip
Let's
service, Huda.
focus.
Please listen into what.
Let's-
Brij Bhushan's call.
Can I just finish
Can you
my line of thought,
categorically
Huda?
say
Huda,
that you do not
respectfully,
support
if not
the
to
PM
me,
Modi
to the
because
All
party
right.
you claim to
Does
support.
No.
Be respectful and
Charu,
listen.
then if you're talking about Brij Bhushan, Huda Zariwala, if you're going to talk about Brij Bhushan, do not forget that your party has today extended support to a Samajwadi Party which gave a ticket to a Prajapati who's a convicted rapist.
What about Brij Bhushan's son?
And what about
What
your party
about
giving
Prajwal Rawala?
tacit support?
What about Kumar Sengar, who was sacked way later?
All right, now would you let the other
At
panelists
least he was
speak?
sacked. Now,
Please, by
okay.
all means.
Please
This is the
allow
last
her
time
to
I'm going to say this. Any past cases everyone has spoken about, do a Google search. Don't waste the nation's time right now. Akansha is trying to discuss the current case. In the current case, there is a very vital point. The vital point is probably the perpetrator of this entire incident could be the CM himself. Because the first call to the PCR named the CM, and then the statement today turned it around. When
made
no, this
zero
is in
sense.
record. I am not saying it. I am not saying it. This is in writing, Huda. Maybe you should go and study about what has happened in the case. See, the sad
Huda, you have
thing is,
started
your
questioning
party
facts,
has
and that is sort of
suits.
astonishing. It's beyond words.
Did the BJP
So-
conduct press conferences to say whatever happened with the Olympic medalists is wrong?
My
Did
God.
Huda, let us
Huda,
stick
you
to
know
the
what?
topic right
This is
now.
your
You've been
face
given.
while you still
No,
can.
no,
Don't
no.
lose face forever in
All right,
front of
Charu,
people in
please
this
go
country.
ahead. I'm going to
Please
request
answer. No,
my
Sim.
director to please mute Huda for a minute, considering she's not letting the other
You know,
panelists
I'm-
speak. Please, Charu.
I find it sad that Huda is willing to lose face in front of the entire country forever, because I'm not saying this. This is written down by the cops. This is a noted fact. मैं नहीं बोल रही हूँ ये. And the noted fact, apart from naming Arvind Kejriwal, also says मुझे बुरी तरह पिटवाया है. बुरी तरह पिटवाया. It was not simple. It was not a shove or a push or a slap. It was a woman who came out petrified, went running to the police station, and after that acknowledging the fact that the accused is the accused. In fact, you were traveling with him, and Huda has still not found words in her entire vocabulary to first condemn that man. You have nothing to say about Vibhav Kumar. You have nothing to say about Arvind Kejriwal not speaking out. You have nothing to say about Sanjay Singh traveling with this very same person he took a press conference against. That is horrifying. And please don't compare it to any other case, because in this particular
Charu,
case,
in fact,
a
what's
MP has been
equally
assaulted.
horrifying is the change in tone and tenor of Sanjay Singh himself. I'm going to play out for all our viewers and draw that comparison, bring it out to the forefront on what a Sanjay Singh sounded like on Tuesday versus today on Thursday. Listen in for yourself and see the marked difference, and then you'll know what explains the duress under which Swati Maliwal is talking today.
कल सुबह अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के आवास पर स्वाति मालीवाल जी मिलने के लिए पहुंची थी, ड्राइंग रूम में इंतजार कर रही थी। इस बीच विभव कुमार जी वहां पे आते हैं और उन्होंने स्वाति मालीवाल जी के साथ बहुत बदतमीजी की, अभद्रता की।
सब लोग, पूरा देश हतप्रभ है, दुखी है, आज तक पीड़ित है। मणिपुर के अंदर एक कारगिल योद्धा की पत्नी को निवस्त करके घुमाया गया, सैकड़ों महिलाओं के साथ दरिंदगी हुई, भारत के प्रधानमंत्री खामोश रहते हैं। हजारों महिलाओं के साथ प्रज्वल रवन्ना ने बलात्कार किया, दरिंदगी की, मां की उम्र की महिलाओं के साथ। प्रधानमंत्री कहते हैं ये भारत को मजबूती देगा, इसी को वोट देना। ये भारत का भविष्य है प्रज्वल रवन्ना, उसको भगा दिया जाता है बीजेपी के द्वारा।
All right, let me quickly go to Ashwini Dubey for some legal opinion on this aspect. You've heard what Sanjay Singh had to say on Tuesday, Ashwini. He's gone on record to say Swati Maliwal के साथ बदतमीजी की गई, अभद्रता दिखाई गई, and that is why, first of all, you're not looking at just a common woman over here. You're looking at a woman who's also represented in the Rajya Sabha. Does that add any greater gravity to the entire situation?
Of course, this admission and acknowledgement by a lawmaker who is a responsible lawmaker of this country, that to in front of the national media, that something has happened and some women has been, her modesty has been outraged, some criminal force has been used, and she has not been protected inside the house of a chief minister of the country. Because section 355 also deals, 354, that is special section that protects women from the criminal acts of men. It safeguards the modesty of women by giving rigorous punishment to those men who try to outrage the modesty of a man. And that too, it is an admission of something has happened with respect to the dignity of a woman. Police should have registered the FIR 1. Number two, the lady went to the incommunicative, a vocal person, a lawmaker was not able to concile and come back and to file a complaint. Number three, that Vibha Kumar itself, because if we see compare the press conference, and now we see the situation where the Vibha Kumar, the alleged criminal of this offense, is roaming with the chief minister under her patronage, it also shows that it is the protection given by a constitutional person, a chief minister.
I'm running short of time. Lokesh Jindal, since Prajwal Ravanna's case has been referred to by the Aam Aadmi Party itself, should now the Aam Aadmi Party also snap ties, or rather Congress should snap ties with Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, as was expected out of the Bharatiya Janata Party to snap ties with the JDS when the Prajwal Ravanna case hit the headlines?
Well, Akanksha, in West Bengal, the governor is also
please answer my question.
No, let me
please answer my
giving
question.
you the answer. You cannot expect me to say what you want to hear. I would be saying what I want to say. So in Bengal, we saw the governor was accused by the attendants over there for molestation. However, the immunity was given to the governor. I would like to remind the BJP people here that the center can take a moral stand. I would say that these incidents should not be taken lightly. So the governor must be dismissed.
Lalita ji,
and subsequently, we should have other states also.
I'm going to give 30 seconds to Lalita ji for her closing thoughts, because again, we are getting into whataboutery that is becoming the classic case as far as discussions are concerned. Lalita ji, today we are seeing silence come in as far as the former chairperson of DCW, Swati Maliwal, is concerned. She's saying that there are other important things happening in the country. There's an election happening. Swati Maliwal does not matter. Why doesn't Swati Maliwal matter? I'd like you, as the former chairperson of the NCW, to send out a message to all the women and politicians who today, as protectors, are becoming the perpetrators of violence.
Exactly. The people who tom-tommed from the rooftops of every, place in this country, that they are the most progressive, they are the most democratic, they are the best protectors of India, which means they should also be protecting Indian women, have today turned around and turned not just the aggressor, but in many ways the oppressor. It's quite apparent that Swati Maliwal has been told to shut up in no uncertain terms. and I suppose she doesn't have a choice. So for a woman, and we all know how loud and how persistent she can be when she wants to say something. Well, in this case, obviously her voice has been silent. So
All
like
right.
I said, the oppressors have now made it very clear, and all this about, oh, somebody else said this, etc., is no excuse for you doing exactly what
Huda,
you
it's
claim
very
somebody else
unfortunate
said
that
wrong.
you're participating in this misogyny of Aam Aadmi Party, which has all come out in the open. I'm in fact going to wrap up on this debate, going to request all those who will be casting their vote in Delhi to think before they leap, because Delhi is going to be casting its vote in less than 10 days from now. Do not vote for the oppressors and aggressors. Think for yourself before you exercise your democratic right. And with that, it's a quick wrap from my end. Many thanks to you for watching Brass Tacks.